my whole Elgato setup. So I really, really want to play this remaster. FF8 has a special place in my heart. It was the first Final Fantasy game for me, and it was the first used game I ever bought too. Yeah, it was the very first like actual used purchase. So this is the game's intro. No prelude on this one. They got its own little fanfare. For some people, that's a little blasphemous. Not gonna lie to you. That's a deal breaker for some people. And I can see why. They use the They use the prelude for basically almost every numbered game up to this point. They use the prelude. So 1 to 7, and then you hit 8. This brand new spectacle with no prelude. Some people already had gone in thinking negatively. You know, it was some time ago when I was starting to do all this video stuff. It actually didn't pan out as well as I had hoped it would, but I have footage of pretty much the whole game up to the final boss. I never beat the final boss on my file, so I didn't record it. Well, I didn't record it when I got to that point. I've beaten this game before. So I'm hoping to use that footage on top of this later on when I make the actual, like, the video. Oh, I didn't know Laguna was I forgot Laguna was in this. It was good. And there's Idia. So I'm not gonna play for too long. There's a direct happening at 3 o'clock. There's a... Oh wow, I dated this as fuck. But there's a Nintendo Direct today at 3. There's I got some stuff I gotta do before I have to head to work. So this is just to get like 30 minutes of footage I can use for the video I plan to work on tomorrow. That's why I didn't even announce the stream. So if you decide to show up at this point, power to you. But I will be putting this up on the Let's Play channel too, with like a little stream archive. I don't plan to play more than 30 minutes. I really just want to see what it's like. Because I do intend to play through the entirety of this game. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an LP form, or if I'm going to do it in stream form like I am with Final Fantasy VII. But I want to go back and finish Final Fantasy VII first, so I can move on to this one, and then I can move on to 9. I love all 3 of these games to death. 7's my favorite, but 8 was my first. So 8's got a special place in my heart. And that is our intro. Well, that's our the intro title, or what would you call it? What did they call it in the Best Friends? And guess it's super V. I don't remember. But this is before the actual intro. The actual intro is a little more epic than that. I can see the credits, huh? How many save files will this... Oh my god. These menus look nice. Like really, really nice. So, L2, R2, flee battle, map display, pause button, rotate left, rotate right, switch point of view. My movement is the battle boosts, the ×3 speed. I'm actually going to use a couple of these just so you can see what the remaster, just so I can see what the remaster looks like, so you can see what the remaster look like. And then I want to see what some of the limit breaks. I can show those off for those who've never seen any of them. Oh, and then I might show off a little triple triad. That'll be fun. Because triple triad is my game. It took me forever to figure out how to play it. And then here's that FMV we all know so well. This is the actual intro video. It's trippy as fuck for a good reason. But there's a part of this intro that's really good. It's not this. You can see how dated it is with this full motion video. It's a little jagged in some areas, but it still looks really good. Alright, so this scene right here, it's kinda, the image in the background was kind of foreshadowing our first boss, the boss at the end of the first disc. And kind of what to expect. Like, this actually doesn't go, all the scenes shown in this don't go that far forward in the game like some of the other ones do. Like, some of these go towards like the end of the game. This right here doesn't appear in any part of the game. The reason for that is the two of them are actually sparring right now. This is like on the outskirts of school grounds or something. This fight's actually happened as opposed to everything else that's not yet. It still looks so good. Remember, this is supposed to be a training exercise. This is, the school knows about it. And he just gets cut in the fucking face. That's actually where Swall's scar comes from. If you've played Kingdom Hearts or seen anything at the Fate before, he's got a scar on his face. It comes from that training exercise. Because Cypher is a piece of shit. Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. Squall. This is our name input, just like, you know, your classic JRPG. You got some symbols and some spaces, and we're done. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to, I guess it's Cypher. I always called him Cypher. And I think Cypher sounds better, so I'm gonna call him Cypher. That Cypher won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You wanna be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see, your instructor is Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a moment. Yeah, they've got some interesting names in this game. Quistis, come get your student. Yes, yes. His injury is not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right. Now please come by. Squall, so we meet again. Look at all these nice upscale, like, okay, so the background and stuff that looks all static and dated, that's pre-rendered. They can't really do a whole lot with that. But everything else that they could looks really nice. Hello, Quistis. I think she might have started the big sister thing for me. These models look really nice. I don't like Squall's eyes, but they look really nice. I knew it'd be either you or Seifer. Come on, let's go to today's field exam. Okay, so I'm gonna actually speed things up a little bit, see how that looks. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a proper run of this later in the future. Funny? No, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my students a little more. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. Having them run in fucking triple speed is funny. It's none of your business. And this song right here is called Balam Garden. It's the theme of the garden. It's an academy for mercenaries. They learn how to fight and become literal guns for hire. Though they're not in a war right now, there's a lot of fighting going on. Start with today's schedule. Quistis is the teacher, but she's about the same age as you. She's revered as being extremely beautiful and extremely and being one of like the youngest professors to come out of the academy. And she's very fond of you. There seems to be some rumors flying around these days. Yes, field exams, see candidates. Was not participating in those failed last week. Field exam preparations. I love how. So in this little scene, there's a couple characters that say stuff that aren't you and Seifer, who are clearly in the back. Any questions? Oh, and Seifer. Look at that. Everyone else is part of the pre-rendered background, so they look really bad. Do not endanger your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Like, look at that. There's a couple of them that got up-res because they weren't a part of the pre-rendered background, and it looks really weird for everyone else. See, Squall, I need to talk to you. Okay, so for this part, you're able to move around a little freely. Here, let's open the menu. Let's see what that looks like. Guardian Force, GF ability, switch party members. Can't save here. There's a card system. We'll get to that later. And then the infamous junction system. That'll get shown off, don't you worry. So, before we run to go see Quistis, I can actually sit back down at my computer. And in doing so, I can actually gain access to my first 2 summons before I'm supposed to. A message from the garden. Garden events, cafeteria, disciplinary. Whoops. Garden Square. Minions are important to me. I got first. Trip is forever, baby. Man, I want to go out. Man, I want to go out with her. Yeah, her name is Quistis Trepe, and she's got a fan club. Hey, Trepe groupie number 1. You got a name, dumbass? I'm gonna kick your ass. What's your name? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. It literally starts off as school shenanigans, and then it expands into this quest to save the world. So you go into the tutorial. Guardian Force data for Squall. Searching. Registered under Squall are Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. And you get to name your summons as well. And this is one of my favorite Shiba designs. Like, I mean, that little tutorial also becomes accessible during your through the menu. But in doing that, you get your Guardian Forces early. It's very easy to miss that. I used to do it for years. And you're gonna go talk to Quistis and she'll be like, oh, you don't have a Guardian Force yet. You've never done the training thing. So let's go and do that first. And in doing so, she gives you these if you haven't gotten them yet. And one of the things about the Guardian Forces is they level up. And I don't mean like just standard level ups. No, like they have a compatibility meter, which I'll show that to you guys when I get to the field. But it means that some summons work better with with certain party members, and that compatibility goes up the longer you have them junctioned. And then they learn abilities. Some are really useful. Like this card ability, Quetzalcoatl can learn. You can have him start learning that really soon. And what that does is every enemy that's not human and not a boss, aside from I think a couple certain ones, if you use it, it's a random chance, but you can turn that card into a triple triad card. That monster into a triple triad card. So this is her groupies. It's an honor to be called over by Instructor Trepay. Try to smile a little when you're talking to the instructor. You better show some courtesy. They're her fan club. They love her. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass the prerequisites. I was gonna go this morning, but Seifer... So Squall lives in his head. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Now let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. That is a way to tell you, hey, if you don't know what you're doing, come over here, go look at the tutorial. That's what we did. And in doing so, you get your Guardian Forces and... Did they change their dialogue? Hello, Instructor Trepay. Oh yeah, there's a snap animation and a sound effect. Ah, damn it. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject too. Should anything happen to Instructor Trepay, the Treppies will get you back. They call themselves the fucking Treppies. It's stupid. And those skirts are really short. I don't think those are shorts. I think those are skirts. Alright, so, and then we're gonna head down the hallway. And... I'm late. Poof. Are you okay? Are you okay? There. I'm fine. Sorry, I was kinda in a hurry. So this is another opportunity for a cutscene. Or not cutscene, tutorial. Is homeroom over? What? Oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh hey. I just transferred here. You think you can give me a quick tour? If I say sure, we'll take the elevator down to the directory, first in the lobby. She becomes a pseudo party member. For those that don't know, this is an actual party member. It's Sophie. You guys might know her from Kingdom Hearts, because that's the only other place she's ever shown up. But this is Sophie. You actually get her as a party member later on in the game. Not much later on, but pretty later on. Oh hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it's best if you look at the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want, just press square button to player. Oh, by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. So, this is Triple Triad. You get monsters. You get cards based off of the monsters in the game. There's some really rare ones based off of the characters and summons. And each one has 4 numbers around its side. You play on a 3x3 grid. You place a card. So I'll put Gesper here in the middle. The opponent would have to place a card with a higher number than one of my 4 sides. So if he has a Gala, which has 4 on the bottom, and places it on top, he gets to take it over. I'll show you guys with a more in-depth thing. It's a little hard to explain with just a list. There should be somebody downstairs that I can challenge. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella, Bella. My dog is a little needy. That's the directory. So this just tells you where you can find everything. If you're not sure, well, this is it. Oh, that's pre-rendered. Oof. It didn't survive the upscale. Blum Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press X. Next, I'll give you a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir. You'll find the dormitory to the north. The majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. Which is actually really important because there's a couple situations where you'll have to go back to your dorm room and change your outfit before you can continue the story. West North Block is cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. Better get used to waiting in line. Yeah, the hot dogs is a reoccurring thing, by the way. Got it. East of North Block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. The front gate is located to the south. That's right. It's supposed to meet. And then this is your way of finding out, oh, the front gate's over this way. What's the matter? Nothing. Next we have the quad located in the West Block. There's an event being planned there. I know. It's the Garden Festival. It's going to be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You want to help out too? Let's just continue. South to the west is the infirmary. This is where you'll get treated for injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Katawaki. Now the East Block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training, and they have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you might end up dead. Just be careful. Okay. And then the library is in the east. There's a lot of material you can look up here, but the terminal and the classroom are a lot more efficient. You already know about the classroom on the 2nd floor. Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the 3rd floor. You need permission to get in. Another question, what's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. So our Sid of this game is the headmaster of the guild, of the garden. He oversees all. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seed exam? Yeah. Then maybe I'll see you again later. I'm already finished my training at my previous garden. I'm taking the seed exam today too. Good luck to the both of us. Thanks a lot. And then she walks off and you don't see her again. This right here is our save point. They're a little funky looking. Let's get us 30 unused blocks as well. Okay, cool. Data saved. And this is what your save file will look like. It'll show who you currently have in your party, your playtime, and etc. This all looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's somebody that I can play triple triad with. I know I can play with the doctor. Let's go to the doctor. That's Sophie? I should stop signing so much. It gets me down. Probably just smile looks like her. Oh, Squall, your exam today, right? How's the forehead doing? What? You want to play a card game? Yes. You know, I used to play a lot. Not lately, though. Okay. So this is the game. I want to pick my cards. This is my best one, looks like it. Oh, a more well-rounded one would be nice. Okay. These are her cards. So I want to... In placing this, she has to have a card with 4 or more. She does. now, does she have one with 5 on the top? She does. So I can take this one, place it here, and flip her card. Now we're even. Let's see. This is gonna be a little tough, I'm not gonna lie to you. This one might end in a draw. Save him. Yeah. Do that. And then, no, I've lost this one. Oh, the draw. Okay. So, you just want to have the card with the highest number when you place it. And if you win their card. If you lose, they take one of yours. So, part of the completion, part of the 100% is to get every single card here. There's 10 pages worth with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces. So 110? 111 cards, something like that. I can't math right now, hold on. Yeah, 110. And not all of them can be obtained very easily. You have to play the card game to get some. You have to play the card game to get some. You have to find some in chests. You have to actually go out and capture the monsters. There's a couple rare ones you can only get through certain events. You gotta know where to look. My junction ability ready? Oh! Okay, so there's gonna be a more in-depth tutorial about this, but this is how your spells and this is how the game works. So, unlike the materia system, you equip your summons, and in doing so gives you the ability to use these right here, summon the guardian, draw magic, use item, or just cast magic. So one of the things a lot of people didn't like about this game was this system made magic a consumable. So I have 6 cures, meaning I can only use cures 6 times, as opposed to hey Quistis, as opposed to just using your MP, healing up and doing it. No, that means you get 6 shots and then you gotta replenish it. You can hold up to 99 just like any normal consumable. Guardian Forces gives us strength. The stronger the Guardian Force, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation of junctioning a Guardian Force. It's a really complicated system that at the time was explained this way through text. This means a Guardian Force must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. Let's begin by junctioning a Guardian Force. Right now, no Guardian Force is junctioned. All other commands in gray cannot be selected yet. Once junction is selected, the Guardian Force and magic commands appear. Since no Guardian Force is junctioned, magic is displayed in gray. Let's junction a Guardian Force by selecting Guardian Force. These are the first 3 that you get. A little bit of a spoiler, but the Fire Cavern is actually the fight to go get Ifrit, whatever. So we start with Quetzalcoatl and Shiva, and then we go get Ifrit before we start the actual story. Guardian Force list appears. Press square to see abilities possessed by a Guardian Force. The abilities are HP Junction, Vitality Junction, etc. So you have to have them learn which ones you can do those, like HP and Vitality. Let's choose Guardian Force. When Guardian Force Quetzalcoatl is selected, there. Its abilities, HP Junction, Vitality Junction, make stats HP and Vitality appear in white. Magic can now be equipped to HP and Vitality. But since there is currently no magic, we'll move on to setting abilities. And then here, you set 3 commands. So after you have attack, you get 3 more. And that's it. So you have to really strategize on what you want to do. You can either have them summon the Guardian Force. You can have them use the draw command, which will let you steal magic from enemies. You can have them use items. Or you can have them use the stock magic that you've obtained. And then there's 2 passive abilities. So a total of 5 can be set. Depending on the Guardian Force, the maximum of 4 non-command. Some of them, yeah, some get 4. And those are the guys that you'd want for like backup and stuff. This means that up to 7 can be set. I don't remember exactly which ones, but it's like, hey, this one can put on like 4 HP ones. Because you can equip more than 1 Guardian Force to a person. In fact, you can put all of them on the same person if you really wanted to. First, select a slot. Top window is for command abilities used during battle. Bottom windows for character and party abilities, passives. So there's one for like, there's one with, there's a Guardian Force called Diablo. He has got an ability where he can increase and reduce the encounter rate. So that would be a passive ability. And then Quetzalcoatl's card ability is an actual command, so I'd have to sacrifice either summoning him, using magic, etc. to be able to turn an enemy into a card. Everything okay up until now? You can always check back in the tutorial in the menus. So like, there's a lot. The junction system allows for you to break a lot of things in this game. Iron cavern used for the test is located east of here. Like, when you know what you're doing, you can put in a lot of stuff in these areas that they tell you about and make yourself really overpowered really early in the game. Because enemies scale with you in level. The level system is not what the draw of this is. Ooh. The level system isn't the draw. It's not like FF7, FF9, FF10 where your abilities are enhanced by your level. No, your abilities dictate your level. So you still level up like normal, but I could be level 10 with my HP at like 10,000 because I have the ability to throw Kiraga on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a really... It allows you to break a lot of progression in the game. Okay, so this is our overworld. That's our garden. Over there is where we want to go for the thing. Let's go and do a, let's go ahead and do a fight. I'll show you, I can see what that looks like. Oh, this looks nice. Squall, you still remember? The R1 is the trigger. Pull it as you strike. Yeah, there's a little like... Mario RPG-esque little thing where if you do it right, you get like a critical. You can do it with any basic attack. And then at the end of each fight you get AP, just like you did with FF7 and the Materia. Those go to your Guardian Force this time and help them learn their abilities. I'm only gonna do a couple fights and then I think I'm gonna go run in. So, Quistis is a blue mage. Her limit break are the spells that are the abilities she learns throughout the game. There's actually a really funny comic that I found where she uses bad breath and it paralyzes and petrifies. It causes every single status ailment in game. It's a POV. It just drops the camera. Every single status effect in the game onto an enemy, and it just looks It's a weird thing to think of that this petite young Japanese woman is shooting out this disgusting dragon breath. Esuna, we'll give this and see with the draw. Everyone can hold anything, so what's this stocked to Esuna's. So Squall has Cure, and Quistis has Esuna. One moment, guys. Guys saw there was a critical hit that I was able to land. You can do that at any time you attack. Just so if you get the rhythm down and you get the timing down, you just press R1 right as you hit and you do extra damage. Plain and simple. And then I stole some magic from the enemy. When it's question mark, that means I haven't taken a look at that magic yet. So I draw it in, and I now have Blizzard. And technically, you can just keep doing this until the game just decides to stop giving you any. The problem is that you're doing this a lot instead of fighting, so it requires you to do a lot of this. It's not fun. Honestly, as someone who loves the ever-living shit out of this game, it's not fun. It is a bit of a nuisance having to do this multiple times, and especially seeing as your magic is linked to your stats in this game. But what you're seeing right here is the way the summons work. They have their own health bar, and they have a countdown timer. That's what the blue is. And holding down, with the countdown timer going, when it hits 0, summon comes out. This is one of my favorite shooters. So when it comes out, the summon goes through. You can hold select to get rid of the numbers and stuff. Your little HUD, so you can watch the animation play out. Now the problem with this game is you can't skip these animations. You're not that bad. Boy, do they get long. You know the summon in this game called Eden? It lasts like 2 minutes. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, it is a long summon. Before we go in there, let's check out this right here is a little hub town. We'll come back here later for the story, but I want to look into it now because there's something I want to show off for both this little stream and for the video. Oh, I haven't done the Renzo's Wiki yet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep cheating a little bit just so I could show off what's here. I've played through this beginning part so many times that I know most of it like the back of my hand. I can perform almost anything, but my specialty is singing ballads. Come by and listen if you're interested. Hey, you're a student at the garden, right? What's the news on the garden festival? Me and my girl are definitely gonna be there with our band, alright? Let's see you guys then. So, you can rent cars in this game. Chocobos are still here. You find them later on, but because this is a more modern take on the world of Final Fantasy, similar to how FF7 had a lot of industrial stuff, this is a lot more modern than most Final Fantasy games get. How's my rowdy boy doing? That's all she says for us. Cause you can come in here early, but you know, I wonder what this is. Oh, an old issue of Timber Maniacs. Not. There's magazines you can collect. There's cars you can drive. That Zell's room up there, he gets angry if anyone goes in, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't. And see, if you come in here early, you're like, who the fuck is Zell? That's actually one of your party members you meet later. We were just talking about how big the world is. We were looking at the World Atlas, just contemplating how small we are in relation to everything. Fucking philosophical kids over here. But there's draw points everywhere. 14, holy shit. You can split magic. See any magic, rearrange it. You can take all of it and use it. So if I do this, I can split in half. And it's a way to, if you do all, you take that. I just gave him all of her magic. She no longer has any magic. And then vice versa. I shouldn't have done that because now I gotta split it. But it's a way to do it to keep things from being too crazy when you're swapping party members. This guy, so peaceful here, yet there's fighting going on somewhere at this very moment. Seeing you all remind me of that. I'm not condemning you or anything. So this is supposed to be one of the contrasts of this game. You're not technically in a war, but fighting is a very prominent theme. Like, there's always a war going on somewhere. There's always fighting going on somewhere. That's why there's so many, there's academies for mercenaries. And then for these, with the way you buy your weapons is that it's more of a synthesis than it is buying. You have the items for it, you have the money for it, and then you get a stronger one. But you have to find weapon magazines that'll tell you about different ones. And in doing so, it allows you to get stronger weapons. And there's a couple of weapon magazines you can get really early on that gives you some really, 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 really powerful weapons. And in fact, if you know what you're doing, you can get a couple of the ultimate weapons in the first phase. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Oh, perfect. I haven't shown Squalls off yet. Laser eye. That's the laser eye. You've seen that a couple times now. This is Renzo Zugen. This is Squall. Oh. It didn't have the little flash. Let's die. It's supposed to be R1, I thought. I'll try it again. Because we're gonna go fight Ifrit. I call him Ifrit. I like calling him Ifrit. That's what I'm gonna call him. And then Quistacotl, level up. Zuken! This is supposed to be R1. You're supposed to land it when you're in the little... that one right there. Perfect. We got 3 AP that time, and Shiva leveled up. So the AP levels them up, and it also gives them stuff for their abilities. And if you haven't been keeping track of them, you can always just come and look. See, I'm at 13 for card, and I should be at 13 for strength junction stat. So once it hits 50, she learns that ability. Once this one hits 40, he learns that ability, and then I have access to them. Chance for a first strike. I'm gonna do like a proper run of this game later. I really want to go through this game another time. I love Final Fantasy VIII. Conjunctioning magic, now pay attention. I'll be explaining how to utilize the magic you stopped. This is the one, and see they've broken it up because it's one big constant tutorial because it's so complicated. It took me forever to figure out how to utilize it properly, and I'm still not able to optimize the best way like some people can. You're able to junction magic by selecting magic. When magic selected, brings you down here. Come to the strength stat, and then you pick when you put it on the cursor, it tells you how the stat value will change. So fire in this case will make your strength go to 18, thunder will go to 19, etc. And the more you have of that that spell, the more points you'll get. So like they put fire there, though it's a little weaker than thunder. We're about to go into a cave where it's nothing but fire enemies. If I keep stocking that in, my strength stat will go up. There's no need to junction magic manually, one by one. Select auto after junctioning, and that's a really useful thing, ish, because it lets you it has the game optimized for you, which is good and bad. Because those 3 are the only things that are there. So favor magic if you're gonna have that character use a lot of the spells, favor attack if you're gonna have them be more physical, and favor defense if you're gonna have them be more tanky. This will just pick stuff for them right off the bat. This is what they're good for, but that's just what the game thinks. It might not necessarily be what you want. For example, that thunder had 25, so it made the stat 19 as opposed to 18. Know how to use a gunblade? I already know. And then these guys are a little objective. To obtain low-level guardian force, the team member must support. Are you ready? Yes. They give you an option to pick a time frame here. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Quistis Trapez. Select the time limit. Choose one suited for your abilities, challenging yet reasonable. I'm able to do it in 10 minutes. So I think I'm gonna do that, especially since I'm cheating. Good luck. And there are faces in it. Those are hats. It took me forever to figure that out. And so you have a timer now. My job is to support you in the battle. Fine, fine. Now the trick about this area. This kitty she's trying to ease his stress. Now the thing about this, there's fights everywhere. There's random encounters everywhere. There's items in a couple places. There's a draw point in here. You don't want to do any of that until after you beat Hyper. Once you beat him, the timer goes away. You have to control it. You have to walk back out, but it's teleport you. So you can take your time coming back out. Red best card. And you can have multiple of the same card. Okay. So there's the draw point. I'll come back for it. Another fight. Bomb, an elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. Check the monster's weakness and scan. If you scan is one of my favorite things in this game. Because look at this. Analyze complete. And then you can rotate the enemy. It tells you exactly what they are. It tells you what they're strong against, what they're weak against. It's my favorite version of the scan ability. Alright, back out. There we go. And I just let Shiva go for it. Because time is of the essence. I'm gonna use them in the fight with Ifrit just because he's got special dialogue. The timer goes through even through the victory screen, so you want to mash through all of this. Ah! I should have turned off. I should have turned off. Okay, random encounters. I guess I was right. You and Cypher are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Alright. Okay, this is it. You ready? You seem confident enough. He appears in a blaze of glory. Fire! Diamond dust! I love that she was usually like the second or third, or she's never really the first summon to get. It's rare when she is. It's fun when she is. 214. That's not too bad. They have Shiva? And see, when I draw, it doesn't use any of the ones that I have, and I can still see, I can still use the spell. So Ifrit, Fire Guardian Force. Uses fire magic, its opponent's strong opponent. It's part of the Guardian command. Not impossible to beat. Absorbs fire. It's level 6 with 1,668 health. With the ice. You can rotate his ass. Look at that. It's fucking goofy. Fire! He is effectively your first boss monster. Designed to show you that this game doesn't play around. But he's not impossible to beat. only got just shy of 1100 health. But it's also a way of saying, hey, you shouldn't pussyfoot around either, because if you're messing around, you can get fucked in this game. Yeah, 104 damage. And I think I'll just use a limit break to finish him off. Because they do about the same amount of damage, they just come out quicker. Rough die! And that move changes with his gunblade. He's got Blast Zone, he's got a different version of the Renzo Zuken. A couple that I haven't seen before, not in game anyway, I've seen them in Dissidia. For me to lose to a human, very well, I will join you. Key returner, see, and I got the Ifrit card, 20 AP, quest call to learn card. And we're gonna just keep his name the same, and the timer's gone. There isn't much time, but let me get over this quick. Good, you got yourself a Guardian Force. If you jump to the Guardian Force, you'll be able to use the Elemental Junction ability. Here's an explanation on elements. This is another part that makes this game capable of being broken. Elemental parameters. By junctioning Guardian Force with Elemental Junction ability, as magic is junctioned, there's attack and defense slots. When you hit left, it tells the ones that are white are the ones you can use. So you can put attack damage on your weapon and then on your armor, like other junctions. First select a stat to junction. Elemental attack. Then choose a magic to finish the junction. However, non-elemental magic like Cure cannot be junctioned. So now you put Blizzard on, the computer put Blizzard on, his sword will do more ice damage. And will do more damage towards enemies weak to ice. Link that element to the character's attack. The percent indicates how much the attack's damage is linked to that element. At the maximum level 100%, the attack becomes entirely elemental. In the example, ice at 50%, that means damage only increases by 50%. When junction to defense, this is what you're absorbing and what you're reducing. At 80%, only 20% of the fire damage will hurt. But at 100%, I'm absorbing that. And I think 100% can go below that. No, yeah, 100% makes it 0. If it goes above 100%, I'm absorbing that excess damage. Damage is reduced 20% because elemental defense is at 80. See, with the star, the value goes over 100. And now I absorb half of that damage. So if it was do 100, I will heal for 50. It's really complicated your first go through. Playing a bunch of other games of this genre and learning how this works, it really helps. Because there's one more. This includes elements of there's one more after this, and it has to deal with status effects. It works the same way as the elemental ones, it's just with you use stuff like poison and silence and the likes. I like to do the higher level ones first because they take longer. She's almost at the strength. I'll put you at HP now that you know card. I don't really need to do anything with that. He doesn't have element defense. I don't want to put that on. Actually, I don't do a whole lot, and then I don't have any items, so I'll just get rid of that for card. run out. Look, this right here is what got me hooked. That lava effect. Look at that. Sped up, it still looks good, but ugh. I walked in here and I was like, where the fuck am I? What is this game? Oh shit. Oh, I killed it. Whoops. I was gonna try to turn into a card. Let's draw for fire. And that little square means that you have a junction. Okay, so come back here. I already have cards there. Okay, here's a bomb. So I don't have item anymore, I have card. This is how this works. I missed. Okay, so we'll just do it again. I like to think that if it's got lower health that I can get him. And these bombs don't explode, but there's some that'll show up later. So I'll do the standard bomb thing. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go. Turn them into a card. So now I can use them for triple triad. I don't believe we get any experience for it if I do that though. Yeah, no experience. You still get AP though. So it's not like all for naught, you know. You get to fill up your cards and your guardian forces still get experience, so it's not like completely useless. Excuse me. Oof. No. I made a mistake. I think I'm gonna turn you into a card, you piece of shit. Damn. Oh, whoops, I fucked up. Well, I got the bomb. Oh, I got it. Sick. The Buell? This is a fun game. I'm gonna be playing a lot of this later. She will learn her strength junction. Sick. So I can start moving on to the next one. And then the guys are gone because they don't need to be here. Now I'm gonna save and stop here because this is all I needed for the first look video. This is a really fun game. I'm going to play a lot of this. I'm going to definitely share some of this with you guys somehow. I'll figure all that out later. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.